dating back to that 2006-7 season with the Celtics when they were atrocious, right?
Yes.
I mean, they hadn't won in 20 years, and it felt like there was no direction. That offseason, they shake everything up.
Right.
What was the pressure like during that year? Because you see
A
something
lot.
like this season, it's so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, the pressure was definitely on Doc. The pressure was definitely on Dan. I mean, you had new ownership, great owners, but they needed to win.
Right.
It was so bad. I think I did play-by-play for Mike Gorman 4 or 5 times that year because Mike was just like, I can't do this again. I need a day off. And I think it was it a 19-game losing streak they had?
I want to say 19, yeah.
It was either 17 or 19. I always forget. I think it was 19. And Mike called in sick, and he just couldn't take it. And I did that 20th game that they won. I think they beat the Bucks. They broke the streak, and Doc Rivers said to me, "Gorman's out, Tanguay. You're in." Well, of course, obviously he was joking, but it sucked. And Pierce was wondering if he was going to get traded, and everybody was just down on the Celtics. And the pressure was on Boston because, like you said, and the Bruins too. I mean,
Right.
Jeremy Jacobs said when the Red Sox won, all bets were off. Teams had to pony up. I mean, he said that at Fenway Park when they had the whole, all the teams going there throwing out the first pitch and all that stuff. And when the trophy goes, when the Red Sox start winning, all of us have to win. And that didn't really impact the Patriots. And the Patriots, that happened earlier. But for the Celtics and the Bruins, they were feeling the heat. And I'll tell you, I remember when Danny was going through that process, I was around the Celtics a lot, obviously, and I would talk to Danny socially. And the Ray Allen deal went down. And he said to me, he goes, "We're not done." And the whole idea, and Danny had to swing for the fence on that. And we all know Trader Danny.
Right.
He had to swing for the fence on that because if you got Ray, well, obviously it wasn't enough. But if you got Ray and Paul, and then you go to KG, and of course McHale, Danny's buddy, was running the T-Wolves, and the T-Wolves had to blow it up. The idea of getting Ray was to get Kevin. And that was Danny's plan. And he was very patient, and he would say to us, and I think the deal went down in July, I think. He would say it for Garnett. He would say, "Just be patient, we'll be patient." I don't know if he knew he was going to pull it off, but that was the game plan.
Right.
And it brought the Celtics a championship. And if Garnett hadn't been hurt more, it would have brought him more than one.
Do you think there's any similarities to this season? Do you see any, or?
The only similarity I don't see is the desperation because they're younger. And I'm not saying that they're not trying hard. These guys are still kids. For Garnett, Ray, and Pierce, this was it. Like, they had done the endorsements. Garnett had made more money than anybody in the NBA. They had all been perennial all-stars. They had done everything but win a championship. So they were desperate, and they would do anything. I mean, they were focused every night. They played defense. I mean, is anybody playing defense in the NBA anymore? I mean, every time I look at these scores, I'm like, so the Celtics, and how could they? They're all still in their 20s. They just don't have that desperation of an old man. I think the Celtics can win it if Porzingis stays healthy. And I think the Celtics right now I think they have to become accustomed to everybody gunning for them. See, Garnett, Pierce, and Allen, they were already used to that. Like if you were Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce around, you're going to work that night, and that your name is on the blackboard saying, "Stop KG, stop Pierce, stop that." They've all been accustomed to that. Tatum, I think, is getting there. I think he's grown up a lot. But it's just age. It's just age and experience. That's the only thing that separates the two.
What's up, guys? If you like that clip, you can watch more of us right here, or you can join us live right after every single Celtics game on the Celtics Talk Weekly Postgame Show.